Bonjour, bonsoir, dear friends. Are you ready for this happy hour to move to the Midwest? Dear friends, one of the best part of the United States is the middle of the country. And I got to tell you that as a Frenchman who've been to 46 states out of 50, my favorite time was with Sam, my very good friend, Sam Bonin himself, SB, touring and spending nights and nights in the nights of the Midwest. We had the most illustrious, incredible time discovering artists, galleries, bars. He was running a whole group of restaurants that he still does, but he teamed up with an amazing chef, Craig Kaiser. And together, dear friends, they created the entrepreneurship story of your life. They teamed up and they made a cry baby sauce, something that is going to change the world with every drop that they produce. And I guarantee you, it has for me. We have the sauce at home. My daughters love it. My wife, Gina, drinks it. We drink wine and the famous sauce. And it's been a game changing, and I think you're going to love them because one, they're very cool. Two, they partnered. Three, out of a great idea, they build an amazing business. Fourth, they're great friends. They love wine and food. I'm delighted to bring Chef Craig and Sam Bonin.
Santé, JCB.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers. Yes.
Hey, isn't it exciting to be together? We missed you.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful time doing some big things out here in Minnesota, but we're happy to be with you now.
Well, so exciting. So, Chef Craig, tell us what are the big things you're doing? What are the crazy things you're doing? And after that, tell us how you guys got started. Because I want people around the world tonight to hear about this entrepreneurship story of the two of you two getting together when 2 + 2 = 10.
Yeah, well, thank you for the time, one. What we've been working on is our own facility, which luckily the community has embraced us, and they've embraced the product. We've been working on a new facility down in Faribault, Minnesota. It used to be a JC Penney's and then a sporting goods store, and now it'll be a hot sauce manufacturing location.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Everything can become anything we want as long as we want it, right?
Oh man, it's wonderful. It's been a tremendous amount of work, but it's all starting to pay off, as all good things take a lot of time and patience.
It's Willy Wonka meets hot sauce over here. So essentially, we want to put a little bit of fun into what we do every day, and we built the factory to kind of show that. So when people come in, actually the first couple of guests have said, "Now, what do you guys do exactly?" Because it doesn't look, there it is. It doesn't look like it's just a manufacturing facility. It's very homey and it's very stylish, man. So we're hoping to have you when you get back to the Midwest.
I cannot wait. But boys, first tell us about what you think of the wine, because I know, Sam, we've been friends for decades now. I'm afraid to say, I think it was 11 years ago we met the first time with Mr. Sobiek.
I believe so, sir. And we're drinking the 21 tonight, which is one of my favorites. And to your credit, John Charles, you were one of the masters of creating all these different products and so forth. So the said mentioned Mr. Sobiek had brought a little sabering sword over. And so we used to savor the 21 and the 69 over at the Eat Street Social, where I used to own the restaurant. So we had a lot of fun, and we drank a lot of bubbles, and we broke a lot of hearts.
I know. Well, you did break the hearts, because everyone, as you all do, dear friends watching, want to touch Sam's beautiful velvet velour jacket. And under that jacket of the Twin Cities, you have wonderful chest, a chest that has been pumping out of the chest press for months. He looks so built and powerful and strong.
Yeah, they're my favorite suits to wear, and I know that you're one of the most styling dudes on the planet. So we're gonna do a couple costume changes for you this evening. just for you and your guests, because we like to have happy hour the right way, my friend.
Hey, we love it. So, gentlemen, tell us, I mean, you know, dear friends, when I met Sam running, I mean, a dozen of amazing rock and rolling places, nightlife, restaurants, clubs, all of the above, all about sensory. Obviously, Chef Craig, exactly the same thing. Tell us how you got together, why hot sauce. Tell us the beginning, because this is so cool. We want to hear the story.
The hot sauce happened before I met Sam. But what happened is, as the hot sauce got into the socials, you know, I kind of was going through some changes being between work, because after closing the kitchen, then I would make the sauce. And there were some times where I would take time off. And when I was in one of those moments of time off, Sam's restaurants were going through a lot of complaints from the customers. So, you know, when I got into the sauce, it wasn't necessarily something I thought I was going to do. I listened to them. Now, the same thing with them is they had a lot of complaints, and they listened to the people. And that's what brought us together. You know, you never really know what you're going to do for the world. But whatever it is you do, listen to the people that are going to supplement you for your labor. And that just happened to be hot sauce.
Yeah, well, what was happening was we were buying the hot sauce out of the trunk of Craig's car. So he was trying to make diaper money for his son Junior that just came, also a Craig, which is what the sauce is named after. And my customers were asking, hey, you know, I like the breakfast, but where's the sauce? And so we tracked down Craig, and you know, the Department of Agriculture, he had become so successful out of the trunk of his car that competitors had called and complained and said, if we see another bottle of hot sauce in market, it's a gross misdemeanor, and we're shutting you down. So I saw it was a great opportunity to support not only a great sauce, but what's become my favorite work life of all time. So we're having a great time doing what we're doing.
Hey, by the way, Sam, you changed jackets. We all noticed. Oh, another sexy one. Look at that, looking good.
You got to have fun. I mean, I've got the jersey here, you know, number 12 for 2012.
We can't stop, won't stop, and I feel like this is close to Fozzie Bear if you're a Muppet fan.
Yeah, if you can help this.
Hey, so Craig, how do you keep your beard so well manicured? Jen was wondering, God, he looks so good and sexy, and I want to touch his beard. So she was asking me, how do you do it?
It's pretty special. As far as taking care of it, I think you only take care of it when you know you need to. Other than that, you know, if you think waking up and having bedhead is a thing, there's such a thing as waking up and having a beard head. So yeah, you got to kind of get after it. Shampoo, conditioner, everything else.
Even for the beard?
Oh, you're damn right.
God fucking A. So you have to do it for your hair and the beard. What about your chest hair? Same thing?
You know, I think all of my hair growing estrogen is like, or testosterone is in the face.
So nothing grows on you. Jen is asking again. She has another question. Nothing grows on your back, right?
No. Oh, wow.
It is all on the face.
Well, Dylan was asking too, I must say. He says, what about his back?
Yeah, my legs look pretty good too.
Okay. Well, hopefully better than mine, because look, mine are very hairy. You could see. I'm going to show you. Ooh. JCB stockings, exactly. So you guys' color is orange. So tell us why orange makes so much sense in this beautiful sauce that I'm going to drink.
The first one's going to get you. The second one's all flavor, my friend.
I need more bubbles. Do you have a match? I'm going to start fire. Wow.
Yeah, it's got some heat, but we're the only pickled sauce in the United States, so that's why we had to do our own facility. When you go to the store and you see a shelf full of hot sauce, all those sauces are cooked. And so we're the only ones doing what we're doing. Therefore, we produce it ourselves, and we get to control every little piece of it, from buying peppers from our farmers locally to, you know, what you see in the bottle today. It's all small crop, all small batch stuff. So we
So Dylan, why don't you zoom a little more here so we could see the sauce? He was starting to lounge too much, you know. His legs were spread. He was starting the cigar. It was way too easy, Dylan. Show that beautiful, one drop at a time, we're going to change the world with this beautiful sauce. I mean, dear friends, this is called Crybaby Craig. I'm in love with it. My nose is red because I just had a whole intake of it. So, gentlemen, tell us about the recipe, the ingredients, the farmers. I mean, the way you do it is what makes me so impressed with how you really follow the whole process from the farm all the way to the making.
It's very hands-on. You know, I mean, I guess you could call it
Dylan.
craft hot sauce, and no matter how big it gets, it will maintain that. We've got relationships with several farmers, and all of which are coming from Minnesota, and all of our spices are toasted whole. You know, I don't want to bring in something. I don't know how long something has been sitting on the shelf. So we bring it in, we wake up the spices, and then we blend it into the sauce and crack them in the sauce. It's fresh garlic. It's all love.
What spice, though? Tell us about the spice, because I'm the only one tasting it now. Everybody's going to order it, of course, through you or us. But give us the spice that you have in
The
here.
pepper that's used is the habanero. So what I like about the habanero is if you can get past the heat, it has a very fruity, floral taste. And with the pickling process, we're able to mute some of that ripping heat and allow you to kind of taste the floral notes of the chili pepper itself, which I think followed after that would be a garlic punch. And then after that would be like a smoky cumin flavor.
And John Charles, the whole reason it ended up being habanero was all serendipity, because Craig had ordered jalapeno one night as a chef, and he was doing French technique cooking where there's not a lot of call, and you would know this being the consummate Frenchman, is that spice and France are just getting to know each other now. So
that's right.
Adding habanero to a French dish didn't make sense. So Craig, using French technique, decided not to waste it and pickled the habaneros. So came back a month later, whipped up what's now in the bottle on his first try, and the rest is history. So it's pretty crazy how it all went down. It was not a planned affair by any means.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you right now, if the produce fill guy didn't load the wrong pepper on the truck, this probably would have never happened.
That's amazing. So are you trying to tell us it was an accident?
Oh, it's definitely an accident. But all things that are, you know, a lot of things that are accidents end up being wonderful. One of which, my son. I love him to death.
Hey, let's have Jen come over. Jen, come and join us. And we're going to have a wonderful, beautiful lady before we lose her to marriage, which may happen sooner than later. I'm going to do like caviar. I'm going to have Jen try the sauce, dear friend. So Jen Lombard, for everybody to know, runs the whole JCB Live. She is connecting with everyone everywhere around the world. 6 continents. She's the 6th continent lady who is the consummate bringing people together. So Jen loves food.
I do, very much.
Bravo,
She loves
Jen.
cooking. She's very good at it. And I'm going to do a little sauce here. And I'm going to have Jen, let's zoom in, Dylan, so we can see her beautiful new watch, too, from our friend at Cartier. Look
Tell
at
me it was a
that. She's
bonus.
always on time.
Catch on fire.
Yeah.
It's supposed to melt your heart, not your face, Jen.
That's delicious.
And she loves...
I've already had it, so I already knew I liked it.
So tell us, Jen, because you're a great chef, you entertain a lot with your fiance and you love grilling and all that. So how would you yourself, because this one is going to be yours now.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Well, maybe this one because I drank out of this one. Yes.
Perfect. I would use this with a nice little filet mignon, just like with a little splash and just add some
Ooh.
spice.
She's going to the top of the top. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, I mean, you could do some compound butter with it and let it just kind of melt over the steak.
I
Little
like it.
chicken wings with butter on it too. Also with the element of garlic in there, you can add it to a little vinaigrette if you just want a little spice in the vinaigrette. Wake it up. Yeah.
You know what I would do it with? I'm going to take that bottle, invite my lovely wife, Gina, in the bathtub. I'm going to put some stew. I'm going to create an amazing soup. I'm going to dump this whole bottle and we're going to spend the whole night drinking out of the essence of one drop at a time. We're going to change the world. Do you like this idea?
Changing the world one drop at a time.
She's a lucky lady, John Charles.
Well, most of the time she thinks so, but sometimes like last night, you know, I'm surrounded with 3 ladies, 2 twins of 10 years old, a wife, dogs who are female. I've been in the doghouse all weekend. I'm coming out of my own personality finally again.
Well, the good news is Father's Day is right around the corner, my friend.
Well, then they may put me in the dumpster. Who knows where I'm going to end up? So now let's have Jen and you guys tell us, how does it taste with the Vouvray? Dear friends, all of you around the world, you know, which is so cool, Sam and Craig know wine extremely well. So no one knows better wine. Sam and I have been friends for a decade. We've drank every wine we produce. And he purposely said, I love Moreau, 1814, historical winery in the Chablis region, and you make Loire wines. I want to go Vouvray. So Sam, tell us why that was your choice.
Well, I'll tell you, I wanted something with a little bit of body and weight to it. Even though we could have went light and fresh, this has got a little bit of tropical tones on it, so it matches quite nicely with the heat. So it almost sounds a break from delicious.
Oh, that was a fantastic panning job right there. Way to go.
Wow, he did well. Let's go on Jen Lombard holding Crybaby like this, Jen, so we can see the label, you know. Have the boys in your palm. You already own them. Look at that. Isn't it good? They're bending over. They're so excited. So you have John Legend behind you and JCB, and you have in front of you, you know, Sam and Chef Craig. It's pretty good.
I know, I'm surrounded by amazingness.
Is it intimidating?
No, I love it.
Ooh, she loves it. Ooh la la.
Yes,
So
we're on.
I want to ask a question to all of you, including obviously Jennifer Lombard. For you, as a lady who cooks, a hot sauce with that level of white wine, do you think it works?
I do, because there's such extremes. And this is really kind of wakes up your system, and then you need this to kind of tone it back down and smooth it out, and the balance creates balance.
The woman is always in search of balance, right?
That's right. That's the secret to a happy life, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will say too with the hot sauce, being that it's not cooked, it's the only hot sauce that uses fresh ingredients, not cooked or pasteurized. When you start using it in recipes where you are cooking, it has a way to kind of melt into the food without adding much heat. It's pretty beautiful, really. I mean, think of it like melting butter to a sauce.
So tell us about that not being cooked. I mean, that's a big deal, I think. Is Tabasco cooked?
Yes, it's fermented for, I believe, 3 years. And they create a mash, and then they stir that mash with distilled vinegar. So for our process, rather than using heat, we use acid. So think ceviche. We pickle the peppers, we let them sit until acidified. And then when we achieve the proper pH, we're good to go. But when I approached the FDA with this process, they said that it wasn't doable. And they said because no one's doing it. Now, that's not really what I wanted to hear. So I set off to prove why we could do it. I wouldn't say to prove them wrong. I'd say it was to prove me right. And after 18, 19 months, 2 different universities, we had enough data to support what I knew all along to be a good method. And the truth is it blew my mind that no one else in the country, if not the world, isn't doing this. You get such a superior product when you don't apply heat to it, because then you can pick up those subtle notes.
Yes.
You start adding temperature to it, you're going to lose some of those subtle notes.
Don't you think, Jen? I love your vision, non-cooked, non-pasteurized. How does it resonate to you, Jen?
I think it's very unique, and I haven't heard of that being done before. And so far, from what I can tell, it's delicious, and you guys are doing the right thing.
And how long can we keep it? From the moment you open it, which is my case, I know I drink it out of the bottle now. Let me try again. I love it. I'm half done there, friends. You ordered by the bottle. I think it should be with your dinner. How long can you keep it?
Yeah, it's the COVID killer, JCB.
So shelf life, by law, I have to put a date on there. But I have this study that shows that it actually won't expire. So I have 2 8-ounce jars from the very first batch that are dated November 2011. One I open on special occasions, and one never gets opened. I guess that's kind of our fail-safe. Like if everything were to burn down and I died on some spectacular helicopter skiing trip, they could still have that jar to dissect what's in the bottle.
I love it. So that's cool. So basically, obviously a long time, but, I've had many of those and they go quickly because, look, so Dylan, if we could get close, Jen Lombard is going to do a little tasting for us. Look at that with you, boys. Look, so we served a wonderful copa, almonds from California, which are my father-in-law's recipe, which are really cooked perfectly with sea salt on it. We have a little Gouda from the Midwest in your honor. We have this one, Emmental from Switzerland. And this is Manchego out of Spain. Beautiful ham from the Midwest and sorpresa from Italy. So maybe we should ask Miss Lombard to tell us how it's doing with the sauce.
Do you have ideas on a combination you want me to try?
Well, we should ask Chef Craig.
What do you recommend?
Well, I mean, you're definitely not too far away from things that I do at home. As far as the almonds, I've tossed almonds or peanuts in the sauce and then bake them. That ends up being a wonderful snack. I don't think it's on your cheese plate per se, but cheddar in the hot sauce, the manchego in the hot sauce. I've made sauces with both of those. I mean, there's really not, can't really go wrong when you add fat to spice to garlic.
She went for it. So what do you have on your side? Look at that. He's always been sexy.
I'm auditioning for Jen's ring bearer at the wedding. What do you think?
You're in. You're in.
Super hot.
Can we also get one of those for John Charles?
Yeah. Hey, we're going to do that. I love it. You're looking sexy as hell.
Thank you, my friend.
You're looking crazy sexy. So
John Charles, I got to tell you this story about our last visit. I never really followed up with you, but when we were on the little Samboozled tour that you came on, we went to do the music and the galleries, and we went to restaurants, and we were launching your beautiful gin and vodka line. We were at a bar downtown, and I look over to the right of me, and there's a gentleman sitting there. It was Nick Swartzen, the comedian actor. who's very popular. And I was like, dude, he's a Minnesota boy. I said, do you know JCB, who's right over here? And I started getting all, happy and trying to share with him and everything. And he just looked at me and says, are you on mushrooms, man? And I was taken aback, but at the same time, comedy is comedy, my friend. And he was right on that day. But I always laugh at that story because I was just so excited and energized being around that I must have been, seemed like I was flying super high. So just really fun stuff that I was laughing about this morning.
Absolutely. Amazing memories. And this is really what life is about. So, Jen, tell us what you think about the cheese and the sauce.
Again, I think it's a nice balance. So this cheese is really light and just very easy to eat. And the sauce just is a nice little hint, but I want to try it with this one too.
The Gouda from the Midwest, actually, it's made in Wisconsin. It's an amazing family who makes this Gouda. And we thought with the sauce, elevates it beautifully. So you could think no hot sauce with cheese. It works very well. Mm-hmm. What about on your side, Craig?
Sam did us up a pretty good spread here.
So we got also some goat cheese, but it's smoked and it's from Sardinia. So it's got just a little bit of that smoky element that you get with the smoked paprika in the sauce as well. But I like the sauce against it because it gives that little burst of vinegar that kind of cleans out the palate every time. And of course, washed down with a beautiful bouvray, it's a win-win for everybody involved. Voila.
So I want to know, you guys both have kids, right?
Yes.
What do they think of the sauce?
My son, so I make a sauce. It's not released yet. It's a green sauce. It's a little more approachable. That one, him and his cousins crush the green sauce. So I need a wider spectrum, but I think that's a pretty easy one to probably segue into. But he doesn't really use the orange one.
My daughter, who is on the spectrum, is super hilarious. So she recently has fallen in love, like she does with so many things. She'll like get really tuned in on something. So she's really tuned into hot sauce because I told her it's her college fund. So now she's super pumped up with every bottle, trying to sell it on the bus and so forth. But what do you do?
There are a bunch of kids at daycare that my son was going to, where I started having to sell parents like cases. Their kids were going through like a bottle a week. And you go to the store, it's going to be more if you just go straight to the guy who can give it to you in a box. So
we like to say that it's good for people from 8 to 80.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm going to do something. So what do you think of the Vouvray with it? I'm going to do something crazy. Meanwhile, you describe the wine. I'm going to put the Crybaby. Look at me now. In my wonderful wine glass, the Passion Collection, of course, our extraordinary Vouvray. It's never been done in the history of wine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to create a new blend. This is how it starts in life. We're going to create a beautiful...
It looks like
we're going to have Jen tell us what she thinks.
Oh my God.
Because we know she's going to love it. I'm going to go on the non-contaminated side of the glass. Or maybe give me another glass, Jen, so we sure. So we're blending the fabulous Crybaby with Vouvray. And I got to tell you, it may be very similar to a Bloody Mary without the level of alcohol. So it may be working very well.
I'm going to join you.
I actually love it.
That's not bad, actually. I think you could do a cocktail like that.
Hey, I got to tell you, we up to a cocktail. Dylan, do you want to try, Dylan? Let's give him a glass. Let's give him Jen's.
I didn't have hair on his
Come
back.
on, Dylan. Come on the other side of the camera. Come on, Dylan. So, dear friends, Dylan is the most sought-after bachelor in Napa Valley. He looks like Nero, meets Julius Caesar.
I think you throw this over ice with a little soda water. Banging, man.
Hey, this is the hell of a
I think
cocktail.
it's great.
Hey, I don't mean to be excessively crazy. I think it actually works very well.
Surprisingly,
It's pretty damn good.
And
It
that's why I
does
say
work.
a little over ice.
it really does.
So what would you add? Ice? Sam is the ultimate cocktail maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it's ice with a little soda water and a little, like a lemon wedge expressed over the top. But it's actually got some, the wine really shows up on the sugar part. So as you balance out the heat and the savory element, I can't believe I'm actually talking about this, but
I know,
it
it
tastes,
sounds ridiculous.
it tastes pretty freaking good, man. So
We got a brunch cocktail right here.
feels like a brunch cocktail.
Seriously.
We got a
Dylan, I know, wants a little more.
How does it work with bubbles?
So Dylan, well, let's try it. Dylan is suggesting, Dylan, so you're on hot dates all the time.
All the time.
I mean, I lived my life for the last year and a half through Dylan. You know, now he's a little more stable, whatever stability means.
Yeah.
And I've met Dylan with probably a myriad of beautiful ladies. So Dylan, what do you think the effect would be with such a cocktail and some of the ladies you've never met before? How do you think they would take it?
Yeah,
What's your view?
Dylan.
How
Would
come-
you help? Well, we want to know if it helps. I mean, we all.
It would definitely, it's definitely going to heat up the situation.
Well
And,
said.
And there's a lot of potential
Oh,
for
here we go.
some good.
Doesn't
heat.
want to emulsify as
Well, try this. With the bubbles, I think you have something going there.
Yeah.
You're a masochist, Dylan.
How did you guess?
This is
the
something
sauce
else.
though, it has such great heat. The sauce has such great heat, but there's it's nice and rounded, and the flavor is just beyond your normal hot sauce. It's overpowering. So there's really just
Yeah, you got to go.
awesome,
Fairly
straight flavor
light.
and heat.
Well, like I was saying earlier about the vinaigrette, you put a little hot sauce with like a champagne style vinegar and you do a little vinaigrette. It has that little aromatic and of the heat, the garlic. So I think it works. I got to be honest with you though, I prefer the 21 without. That's a testament to the wine and the winemakers. So thank you for that. It's the only thing besides cereal I actually don't put Krabby Craig on.
I liked it better with the
Me
Vouvray.
too.
Yeah.
A lot better.
definitely.
So now,
Way better.
boys, tell us about your new place downtown, because you really doing a new phenomenal place in Minneapolis. You base in Minnesota, and then you're starting to have the brand in national distribution. So tell us about those two things.
Well, yeah, we transitioned from downtown to be in downtown. What are we doing here? Sam's deciding to do camera work all of a sudden.
I'm just moving, sorry.
Yeah, we transitioned from the cities to Faribault, Minnesota, primarily for being able to stretch our wings out.
So we got 11,000 square feet now.
And the community down here has been really amazing.
And just another part that's worth mentioning is the city that we moved to is the home to a place called Woolen Mills and a place called Shattuck St. Mary's. So Woolen Mills is the oldest wool blanket maker in the United States. Pendleton used to be the other one that was located in the United States, but Woolen Mills here is the only one who gets bales of wool and then actually completes, a shirt, a blanket or something, does it for all the military and everything since the World War I. So they're right down the street. And then Shattuck St. Mary's, which is a boarding school from the 1800s and now a feeder school for the Ivy Leagues. We look out our back door and it looks like Hogwarts on top of the hill. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this is the original Hogwarts. So it's pretty crazy, the history in the city. It's just one of those cities, like so many in the United States, where people, migrated to the urban areas and it was the downtown corridor was forgot about. And we're down on Main Street now. We're putting in a little life to Main Street and a little heat, if you will, sir. So
Wow.
it's been great.
So not only you're going to make it there, but at the same time, you're going to be creating an experience out of it.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, we left windows in the retail space, so when people come, to see kind of what we're cooking up in here, whether it's merchandise or sauces that aren't released yet, they'll still be able to observe through the windows the bottling line, all of the busy worker bees. So we wanted it to be a shared experience, that's for sure. I mean, after all, it was something that was basically given to us. It's our responsibility now to maintain. I never would have imagined such an amazing cult following, but now it's our responsibility to maintain and continue to bring that to them every day. So I wanted this building to be somewhere where they can come see, be a part of it. We've actually got one of the walls in the retail space. It's all corkboard, and we've got a Polaroid there. So whenever people come and visit, we can take pictures and side. What would you call it? Like time capsule them in the space.
Well, talking about time capsule, I'm seeing Sam getting naked in the background.
Yeah,
we love it. Look at that.
It made everything a little more visible.
Hey, Sam, show us your beautiful legs because we know you're in shorts now. We saw you through the mirror.
You saw I got my shorts on? It's
for sure.
Before this. So here's the whole thing. Everyone's worried that no one's wearing pants during these Zoom meetings. It's true. I'm telling you, I changed into shorts because I knew we were doing shots straight up. We got zero air conditioning today. The condenser blew out. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in the Midwest, we had record temps this week. So it's about 90 degrees in Velour in here at JCB. Not a winning combo.
Hey, so talking about hellfire, Chef, you have a beautiful tattoo on your right arm. It's a fire coming down. Tell us the recent feature you had on CNN.
Yeah, that was basically a product that we wanted to do to try to raise some money for the farm that lost, I don't know, 60, 80%, somewhere in there, their acreage. And they grow more than just hot peppers, bell peppers, tomatoes, doesn't matter. The point that did matter was that he had lost a tremendous amount of his crop.
Yeah.
As it's a specialized organic farm, there wasn't any insurance. So
That happens.
I went out there and I told him to throw whatever he wanted to throw into the truck. And I had no say in what I got. I got about 1,200 pounds of produce that was going to be turned into dirt. And made a product, came up with a name, did a logo, and got a local grocery chain around here to pick it up. And
Buns and Barleys, who deserve a lot of credit because they took it and gave all the proceeds back, essentially. So nobody, Craig and us, we all gave it to the farmers. And I think Dana said that he just was possibly buying a new tractor. So it's going to go to good use right away. And it was a great experience overall, I think. More
Well,
importantly,
great job.
3 weeks, JCB.
I love it because it's all about reaching out, helping the community. Yes.
No, we're adjusting this camera, man.
I like it. Hey, why don't you have a bite of that cheese in front of you? Show us that you could eat something.
So
Are your teeth working?
Medalist cheese. So this one right here, this is a Colby, and this is from Wisconsin as well. It won the gold medal last year. And Colby, I mean, usually pretty basic stuff, but this stuff is delicious, man.
Can you leak it for us? Show us how you're eating it. Chew it. Bite on it. Let it melt in your mouth. Can you put a little hot sauce, though? I mean, unless you want to change the world with every drop, I'm not with you.
a little player splash.
I'm going for it.
You're a madman.
I almost half finished the bottle. So Dear friends, tell us, first of all, how does it go with the red wine? I mean, I know, you know what is exciting, Jen, is our very good friend Sam is a fan of Rhône.
We've got the Gigondas.
And you love Gigondas. Since I've met you, what's your love affair with Gigondas?
Well, it's all of France, and it's in my blood, sir. I am a two-time removed Frenchman.
So sorry.
Yeah. It's something for me that's I think it's one of those obscure grapes that people are working towards learning about, and always delivers for me. You know, great medium.
Can you touch your chest when you taste it, like a real Frenchman? I pledge on the Bible. Oh yeah. Does it still get excited so many years after?
Oh, please, always. Are you here?
I thought your right hand was better than your left hand. I wasn't sure. Oh, here we go. It's getting Jen excited. God, she's moving her leg like crazy under the table.
Well, she's got a tough job over there. And we were going to put the Patrick for President sign up in the back, too, but we didn't have time. We didn't have the markers. We have a great team over there, John, Charles.
So much fun, right?
It's fun.
For so many years.
Yeah.
And you know, like the both of you, and I, forgive me, I'm addicted to your sauce, as you know. I find it the coolest balance. I mean, Jen touched on balance, which is very important. One of the things I just want to add on the sauce, dear friends, for all of you, you see it's half full now. I'm below the label. I've been drinking it. What is so cool, as a Frenchman, we're not used to spice, not to that level. And we often say spice kills the dish. So be very careful about how much you add in French cooking. You're showing the opposite, that spice, Chef Craig, very well managed, can be a compliment, right, to the wine, as we've seen, to the food. It's amazing, and it works as well with cheese, which I never thought it would. When you had cheese, goat cheese or brie à Savarin or brie or some of those cheese, I thought it's not going to work, and I was totally wrong.
Well, the only thing I would add would be if you have a little honey, just to add a little honey too, with the cheese and with the spice, because the sweetness really brings it all the way around, and it's just delicioso, man. So if you have a little honey around, Jen, do we have honey?
She's the one. Well, she's adding that beautiful honey bee, the working bee, the ultimate bee queen, you know?
The queen bee, yes.
Queen bee. Take it.
No, it's been one of those things that we keep finding new ways, and we have some stuff on the horizon. We got a cheese powder that we're coming out with next year, which is meant for anything from, you know, popcorn to grilled veggies. So that has a deconstructed crybaby Craig sauce in a cheddar powder, which is, if you look at any of those sprinkling powders, they're all fake cheese. So we actually got cheese from a dairy. And, it's the real deal. So it's going to be pretty good.
We're so excited. And you know, Sam, I cannot tell you how much fun I've had with you launching our JCB spirits.
Yes, sir.
And doing all our things together, meeting your partner, Chef Craig, over the years has been really amazing. And dear friends, you got to realize when you have friends, you want to bring them to the stage. It's a great honor for me, as I've been friends with Sam for a decade plus, as well as Dan Sobiek, and obviously with Chef Craig Kaiser. Kaiser in German means king, just to let you know. Der Kaiser is the König, the king. So he is the king of hot sauce. It's to be able to see you, you know, building another business, having great success, and us doing things together. So, dear friends from all of you around the world with us on the JCB Live, it's so exciting, right? We have Jen, we have Dylan. Dylan, do you think it's going to do the trick on the next date?
I'm going to try it out tonight, actually.
Ooh, ooh la la. So I'm going to give Dylan the hot crybaby nipples. You're going to go for all the body. Wow, it's may become a body cream.
Well, Dylan, I'll just add, if it does go well on the next date, we have baby onesies as well that we make. That says number
Oh,
one
you're speaking my language. You're speaking my
If
language.
it goes well, my friend.
I'm all in.
Well, dear friends, Sam and Craig, congratulations really for being an inspiration, being so fun. And dear friends from all around the world know that they've built an amazing business. It's so exciting. They both were in the restaurant, bar business, doing very well. And they said, we're going to come together creating this hot sauce. And they've made it so big. And I'm excited. We're going to do a co-branding idea with Oakville Grocery here in Napa Valley, where we're going to have it as well on the shelf. You could come and get it in Napa, in Oakville, in Hillsburg, and Calistoga soon, because we're going to be opening more things. We're on a roll. So, dear friends, you'll be in more places. We wish you.
Very soon. We'll be out there in the fall to see you, and we may have to take over the Deloche guest bedroom, if you don't mind, sir.
It's yours always. Can you make sure we fill the jacuzzi with the hot sauce?
Yeah, you better.
Jen wants to be there.
I'll test it out.
She
You know, it's hot
committed.
enough.
She committed on camera. Did you commit it? She did. And Dylan will
guys
tell
are the
us this
best.
weekend about how good it is. Dear friends, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
You're a gentleman. We thank you so much, guys. Thanks for everything.
Cheers.
We love you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.